What do you think of Wolves, what you've seen so far?
I think it's early days yet. I do know Kenny Jackett. I think he's a great football manager. He's the head coach now at Wolves, and I'm sure he'll do very well. Again, it's a case of it's a bonding session really, in the fact of with the fans, because we've got to get the fans back on side in Wolverhampton. We've got to get the club and the fans and the players and the management and everybody involved with the club all pulling in the same direction, and that hasn't happened for a few years now. So we just need to get everybody back on side, and I'm sure that we'll be okay. As you say, we've got a way to go yet. Kenny knows that he's got to get the dressing room right yet, and the club know that, the owners know that. So it's just a slow process. Over the next few weeks is going to be interesting to the end of the transfer window, but you've still got the loan period which clubs can take advantage of as well. So it's going to be a very interesting few weeks. As I say, we've started off with a point at Preston, which is okay. We've got a clean sheet, look pretty solid. We've just got to add probably a little bit more creativity to the team and start to get more goals, but I'm sure that will come.
Bookies have obviously given them 4-1 favourites on being promoted this season. I mean, would you put your money on them right now?
I'll just dodge that question, or the answer to that question. What I would say is that I think that we've got a really good chance. It's not as straightforward as you think, because everybody is going to be really looking forward to playing Wolves. 5,000 fantastic supporters went to Preston, and that's going to be the same at every away game. I'm pretty sure of that. As long as, obviously, as the season goes, that the team, the team are giving everything. There's a bond between the team and the supporters, and and everybody at the club, and that's the important thing. This is what I've always spoken about, is the culture and of the club and everybody pulling together. And I'm sure if we can do that, we'll be okay. And we will get there. It's important that, obviously, for a city the size of Wolverhampton, and the heritage that we've got, and the football heritage that we've got, that's what's put Wolverhampton on the map, was the 50s. And we've got the Billy Wright statue, we've got the Bert Williams suite, Stan Cullis stand, latterly we've got the Steve Bull stand. We want to get back to something like those days, and it's important. There's a big weight of expectation, and it's whether the players, I'm sure that they can, whether they can live up to that. And that's where Kenny's got to bring in players that have got the ability to cope with that pressure and that expectation. And that's the important thing. People do it at all the other big clubs. It's no different to somebody coming to Man United or somebody coming to Liverpool's, that have won titles galore. There's always an expectation. And there's an expectation at Wolves, and we should be able to bring in one or two more players at the right time as well, because that's never going to be that shouldn't be a problem, because Wolves is just a big enough club. So I say, I've just fingers crossed. As I say, it's a difficult one because we've slipped down. Hopefully we're not going to slip down anymore, but there may be a little period of consolidation and getting things right before we can shoot back up. So I think the fans have got to be a little bit patient while Kenny gets it right, but I'm sure he will do.